think I'm a bit early. So, welcome. Let's put that down there. Hi, Tangerine. So welcome to the Sunday night broadcast. Hi, Donnie. Hi, Phyllis. And before I start, I do this every Sunday night at 8 o'clock Spanish time. And so I also do one-to-one private sessions where we can go more into detail about this construct calling itself me, which can be tricky and elusive. What else? Hi, Samira. Oh, hi. Yeah, I know who you are now. Hi, Paul. Also, yeah, I accept donations, which are very gratefully received, and thank you to those who donated. I really appreciate it. Anything else? No, the only live talk I've got is coming up in November. Details of that are on my website. And on my website, you can also find where to buy my books. So I nearly didn't do this tonight. Yeah, I have tattoos. I have lots of tattoos. Because sometimes life can appear as very unpleasant things. I wanted to talk about it briefly because the person gets into this concept that life is all going to be like a bed of roses and nothing uncomfortable is ever going to happen again. Everything will be absolutely complete. It'll be my heart's desire will be manifest in the world. And it's not like that. It's not like that at all. Hi, Claudia. Life can appear as anything. Generally, the life of Lisa is pretty kind of placid, really, you know, but it's not always like that, is it? And, you know, the object, the me's object of desire is a life free of discomfort. And, but without a sense of a me there can be discomfort, but it's not. There's nothing identifying with the discomfort. The discomfort is pure. It's pure discomfort. And it's felt here, it's actually felt physically. I'll tell you briefly what happened. Last night, a neighbour, a man, 6'3", huge. What can I say? He was behaving aggressively towards me, very threatening, actually. And which, as a 5'3", I'm tiny, by the way. Those who have never met me, I'm actually little. To a 5'3" person, that can be very threatening. You know, your physicality is threatened by that. So this body, when that happens, has to go and like wait for the discomfort, the shock to work its way out. That's what happens here. You see, things like that can happen, but it's okay for that to happen. It can just be very uncomfortable. But when there's nothing identifying with that discomfort, it is pure and it is raw and it is alive. Discomfort is never really seen when there's an identity there, because the identity makes it all about it. It's my discomfort, and I'm going to measure myself within that discomfort, and I'm going to make a big story out of that discomfort. But the discomfort itself, the actual physicality of discomfort, is overlooked. Like anything else, you know, the sense of the self, the concept, the construct of the self never really sees anything. It never really sees another human being fresh, alive, without judgment, just as they are, purely as they are. The person is an object, and it operates in an objective world. I'm the object, and they're the subject. There's always two, duality. So when I see another person, I see another person. I don't see a human. Sometimes, of course, we can, but generally, the me sees other humans as other me's, and it's always in relationship to that as a separate object. So when it comes to discomfort and fear, because fear was felt in the body, because this 6'3" guy, foot higher and a foot wider, was like, I was like, I had to back away and actually lock myself in my house. The fear is tangible. It's strong. It's pure. It's raw. Uncomfortable. Like any emotion. Emotion can be very physical. It can be felt physically in the body. For me, it's felt like in every cell. Every cell vibrates with that. With this in particular situation, with the not fear but discomfort, like a shock. It was a shock. Sorry, got a stray hair. Still see it. There it is. So the body was still kind of really processing that up until maybe 2 hours ago. I was thinking, oh God, am I going to be able to do this stream? Because I was like, hey CDD, I'll read that in a sec. The me is always looking objectively. Subject, object, object, subject. Always like this. Has he apologized? No. No. So this idea it has of freedom, liberation, whatever you want to call it, is always a dream. It's a dream of the white pearly gates of enlightenment, where you're welcomed in and everything is made of roses and perfume and cake. And nothing will ever happen to the human. You'll never be lacking of money. No one ever will threaten you physically or, aggressively. No, that will never happen. It's all going to be cake and golden lights. But the freshness of life is in all of the life, no matter what it is. That is the raw aliveness being expressed as, in this case, threat to the person, the body. Goes into flight or fight mode. This body goes into fight and flight. Because, and it goes, oh, fuck him. And it goes, oh, bastard. It's like going like this. Ooh, it's hard. CDD, I had same-size customer, a rough-looking guy, approached me at work yesterday, and after the first couple of words out of his mouth, I excused myself and left his presence to find the manager to help him. I also went into the fear mode for hours after that. Yeah. Well, the body is like it feels threat. It feels physical threat. You know, it can sense it. It doesn't even have to be like full on. It can sense it from another human. This is a threatening character. If I say the wrong thing, he's gonna deck me. So life can appear as 6'3" guys threatening 5'3" women. There you go. How crazy is that? Yeah. And when you were into that fear, was it just like pure physicality? Because here it's pure physicality, and the body has to literally lie down. Just to lie down. It's like raw. Like anything, like if someone makes me laugh, I love people who make me laugh. The laughter is so pure, it's just out of nowhere. Sounds like a bit of a twat. Yeah, he's more than a bit of a twat. What a douche! I called him a few more worse words than that. I mean, I'm kind of in fucking mode at the moment. Fucking. CDD, yeah, I'm sensitive to abusive behavior. Yeah, I think we all are, really. Yeah, shaking high alert for any more sound. Yeah. Like any animal. You know, antelope spots a lion, manages to get away. It's going to be on high alert. When the me comes into the picture, it starts like blaming itself, blaming them, having a story about it, and I should have done this, I should have said this, I should have done this, I wish I'd been more like this. When that's not there, that pure sensation of threat is there. I'm not saying it's nice, it's really not nice, but it's pure. And life is pure. The purity of life is there. Everything is seen, fresh. When there's nothing in it for somebody. Samira, I went for a drive with the fast driver and the body was holding on, but there was no fear here, which was different. Yeah. It depends, I can go in a fast, I don't like going in fast cars, but there won't be any fear. It depends on the situation. Yeah, but if some big guy's threatening you, and you're like a little thing like me, it's like, whoa, hell. Hi, Kyoe. Is that how I say your name? Kyoe. Hi, Anne. Missed the beginning. Not sure what happened to you, but hope you're okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I thought it was a good, because I wasn't sure that I was going to do this, because the body was still, I thought it'd be good to talk about it, because like the seeker really thinks that none of that. Someone threatened me, Anne. That it's going to be all like pink roses and frilly cakes, and it's really not. It's life in the raw. Life in the raw. And that is fascinating. It's fascinating. What a mystery. The person's always looking for a resolution. Has this idea of what liberation is, or freedom. And it's right here, all the time. It was always here. What veiled it was the personhood. Personhood. I like that description. I like that word. It describes person very much. Personhood. The humans walking around with a personhood on. Selfhood. Personhood. Maybe originally, back in sort of etymological history, it was seen that the person was a veil. was a veil. Bastard, it's probably a bully scaring women, coward too. Yeah, I think he does. I think he is a bit of a bully. Yeah, but he's a wuss. He's a wuss too. Yeah. Phyllis, bravery appeared and the body reacted afterwards. Nice that you share it. Happened and you reacted. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think I even said fuck you to him. Said something not nice. But woof. Looking back at it, it's actually quite thrilling. But in the time, it's just like, shit. Bolt my doors. I always lock my doors. Swearing came out. Yep. Yep. Came out. Yeah, it doesn't mean like, you know, just because there's like no story going on here, doesn't mean that Lisa's like some sort of angel. She will say, fuck you, if pushed, if pressed. If pressed. Yeah. Yeah. You can say it in your head. Say it in your head and stand behind the door going like this. So it's just a therapeutic. Hi, Stephen. Yeah. This idea of enlightenment is such a stupid thing because it's like, it means like this idea, the person puts enlightenment over there as a concept, as an idea over there, and now I have to achieve those things to get there. Now I have to have the certain worthiness in order to get there. I have to be kinder. I have to drink 4 liters of water a day. I have to not swear. I have to be forgiving, loving, caring, compassionate, to a degree which is beyond my natural capacity. Most people have a capacity of how forgiving and loving and caring they are. Everyone has that natural capacity. But with this, people think they have to go over and beyond that capacity. A fake loving, a fake compassion. It doesn't matter what the person thinks it can do or it can change. What it's always looked for is always here. See, that's religious behavior. Yeah, but it's insidious. It's insidious. I get asked lots of questions like, what about karma? And what about this? And what about that? Well, the whole lot's a big fat story. Big fat story made up. It's a me story. It happens not only in religion, it happens in all the seeking behavior. Subtle. In the United States, we are taught that we have to do everything. Have to do everything. What do you mean? Can you qualify that, please, Stephen? Paul, yeah. All I think about is making my life better. But something keeps saying, this is it, everything included, even the shitty bits. Even the shitty bits. But the shitty bits are still freedom. It's the identification with the shitty bits that's the really shitty bit. They're shitty, therefore I need to improve my life so I never have shitty bits. That's the suffering. That's the true suffering. That those shitty bits are my fault, my doing, my problem, my thing to overcome. Hey Josie, sooner or later it blows out the opposite side. Yeah. All this fake fake loving. I saw it a lot when I used to go and see Muji with the people that went there. Not all of them, obviously. I met some great people, but there's all this fake. People were staring at my eyes for too long. It was such a fake staring in my eyes. It was so uncomfortable because it was fake. When someone looks into my eyes and it's genuine, that's really beautiful. You get this fake. Who can out? What do they call it? Who can out Darshan the other? As if anyone's got anything to give through the eyes. Absolute nonsense. All these people trying so hard to be spiritual and awake and free, wearing white clothes, and as if it's going to make any difference to what is. Nothing makes any difference to what is because it is what is. Nothing can change what is or make it better or make it different because it is. It just is. What if he was listening to this stream and his name was Paul? He won't be listening to this stream. If he is, there we go. Lisa the angel. And 3 days after here, I saw my neighbour punching his partner twice in the face, blood everywhere. I couldn't believe how calm I was, no story. But fear came out the next morning. Strange. Yeah, because it's a threat. Violence shakes the body. You know, all these people who are in war, not even just the soldiers, the troops, but anyone who has experienced war and witnessed things, their body suffers from really bad PTSD. And in the body, I include the brain, because the brain is the body. The body, including the brain, suffers really extreme PTSD. And that can't be helped. Because when violence is witnessed, unless someone's a psychopath, because they don't experience empathy, do they? A shock in the body is going to occur on some level. Gaze, yeah, the gaze. In other words, be the doer, right? Yes, being responsible for everything. I have to be responsible for everything. I have to do everything. And I have to fit into this world. I have to have the right job, the right house, the right car, the right partner, the right clothes, the right attitude, all this stuff. Okay, Space Frog. CDD. It seems that the white clothes ones are full-on me's in full-on pretend mode. Yeah. And then they turn on you. Yeah. I've been turned. They've been turned. I've been turned on by those. You know, they've turned on me. I never wore white though. That wasn't going to happen. Mist line. Physical discomfort is like a nightmare. It appears and then it doesn't. It's not permanent ever. No. It has to be processed through the body. Right, how's that working? I don't understand what you're referring to. You mean the doing? There's no doer here. Lisa has no clue about anything. Life just happens with Lisa. Life just happens. Even if there's like planning for something. Today I was looking at flights and thinking of going backpacking again. And before I know it, there I am on Skyscanner. Malaga, Ho Chi Minh City. No doer. It just happens. Doing happens. Space frog. Is moody for real? Moody is an appearance, like everything. Moody is an appearance. There are no enlightened masters. Phyllis, those loving gazes can be hard to bear. Yeah, because they're not loving. They're not always loving. Some of them are game playing. Pain equals just a nightmare. Pleasure equals waking up from it. Here there's no difference. There's no difference. There's discomfort sometimes. Lisa's a bit of a hermit. She doesn't interact very much with people. There can be discomfort, but it doesn't matter. There's nothing here that's trying to escape. Nothing here that's trying to escape. And no, it's just that discomfort. There was nothing here trying to escape from it. The body just went still. The body just goes still here. Like an animal, you know, like when animals are frightened or they get hurt, they'll go and lie down, won't they? They'll go and lie down. Miss Line, moody is an appearance. Laughing faces. Yeah, well, everything is, isn't it? There are no enlightened masters, because I think that question meant, is moody for real? Is he enlightened? Well, nobody's enlightened. There's only this wonderful, amazing appearance, which is alive and free, and it appears as all things, and it's all indivisible. It's one indivisible field of aliveness. And nothing is more special than anything else within it. Only the story makes it so. Phyllis, maybe the abusive behavior is more authentic. Yeah. I guess I know what you mean, yeah. Space frog. Are there any practices that awakened you? I didn't awaken. I died. I died. Lisa died. Lisa was never real. She was a story that got added onto and added onto over the years, became a reality. A psychophysiological reality, which was constructed in the brain and added to. And then one day it died. One day it disappeared. It just went. And then it was clear that nobody awakened, because there isn't anybody to awaken. Nobody to awaken. It's the end of a dream, the end of a constructed reality. That's all the me is, a constructed reality. That's trying to find a way out of it through practices, through improved behavior, through masters. All these things. I can get there through this thing. All these things, duality, separate things, separation. And all the time it's here. Not separate. One field of aliveness. CDD, I wonder what Moody's thinking while he's being worshipped. He should be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed. It wouldn't happen. It'd just be stupid. I'd be like, what are you doing? Come on. Let's just talk about sci-fi or have a coffee. I mean, come on. Seriously. I mean, it's ridiculous. Worshipping another human being as if they have something that you don't is absolute garbage. This message is so beautiful on that level, because everything is equal. There's no hierarchy. This pencil case has as much hierarchy as this body. I take better care of the body than the pencil case. But in reality, you might as well bow down to the pencil case. For all it's worth nothing. Bowing down to another human being, I think, is embarrassing. I've done it, and I'm embarrassed. Not really. But I've done it. I've done it. Thinking that they have something that I don't have, and by bowing down to them and staring starry-eyed into their mystical face, that I will be somehow gaining something, when nobody has anything to give you to gain anything. Freedom is not gained. Duality is lost. That's all. It's an ungetting. It's an unknowing. You're left with nothing. That's why I say died, because you're left with nothing. All that's left is life, unconditional love. But it's not for anybody. That's just all that's left. He's saying CDD. He's just living life like all of us. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But he's allowing people to do that. Just a different story than the majority. Yeah. So don't blame the guy. I don't think she is. But sometimes it's good to be pointed out. Sometimes it's good to undo this seeking, this desperate seeking thing, because it's suffering. Bowing down to somebody. I'm not blaming Muji, or any of these masters who get people to bow down. They can't help it. That's just how it appears. But in the same breath, I'll say it won't get you anywhere, because it's already here. Space frog. Did Lisa know non-duality before she died? No. Not the first, there was a glimpse. There was glimpses. And I didn't know what was going on. So I started seeking again. I'd stopped seeking by this point. Sorry, I get distracted. And then I came across non-duality, but I also came across a few other things, which I was just like, I came towards Muji, reject, came towards this teacher, reject, this teacher, reject. Then I came to Tony, and he just went, he's like, yeah. I was like, that's what's going on. He put it into words. He put into words what was going on. I recognized what he was saying. Is Muji not the doer either? No, nobody's the doer. Nobody's the doer. Nobody's doing Muji. But at the same time, really, come on, getting people to kiss your feet and stuff. I guess whatever floats your boat. The world's made of all kinds of people. If we're not the doer, how can we blame anyone? Because we can. Because we can, Anne. Because we can point out. We can point out that bowing down to people's feet is not going to awaken you, unless it does. But that would just happen on its own. Practices, the me practicing, is not going to bring it to enlightenment. I don't think anyone is blaming anybody. I think we're just having a bit of fun, Anne. It's okay. It's okay to take the piss sometimes. Miss Klein, celebrities are normal people. Yeah. Space frog. I'm not sure if I should read that out. I'm not sure if I should read that out, but everyone else can see that. I don't want to cause slander on my channel. Before I am CDD, Muji never wanted to be worshipped or asked for it. I've heard him say that many, many times. He does not want that. Yeah, but then he shouldn't allow it, should he? If he doesn't want it, all he has to say to everybody is stop doing it, and they would. They would. I've had people treat me as special because I'm a speaker, and I've put a stop to it really quickly because it's nonsense. It's easy to do. You just don't let them do it. You tell them to stop it, to stop going like this, to stop kissing your feet, to say to them, just hear what I'm saying. It's not me. It's not me. I am not going to awaken you. Okay, I don't want to get too much into a moody debate here. Oh man, I love this message so much, yeah. Some people need to adore someone that Moody said he just has to let those people do what they feel they need to do. Yeah, but also at the same time, there's that psychology, isn't it? And I know that because when I entered into it, I could feel it. You're kind of induced, it's like a kind of mass hysteria almost. It doesn't matter. I mean, none of it matters. I'm just having fun. I have no disrespect for any of it. But all I can say, is that no matter what the me thinks it's doing, it will never be free. It will never be free. Because what it's looking for is already free. It won't become free. It is freedom appearing as not free. Stephen, I was driving on the freeway and suddenly it was seen that what is everything that is going on, everything. The me didn't die, but it was just replaced with what was already here. Yes, yes. We see, the thing is, the appearance of the me not being there anymore can appear in so many ways. In so many ways. Thank you, Lisa. And Lisa, you've got moody issues. No, I don't. Someone asked about moody or something. I don't know. I think it's because I was talking about gurus. I'm just having a bit of fun. Come on, let me get away with it. Antuanus. For 3 years ago, I had much laughter in my life for days on end. But after, I got this horrible tinnitus and ear pain, and now there is only contraction. The contrast of it is worse than words can describe. I don't know if there's anything to say about it, just had to type in. Yeah, things like that. I think the best thing you can do is really try to get it treated. By trying to see if you can get the best treatment you can find. Just really research it, try everything. Yeah, that can be pretty, uncomfortable. Yes, the body will be contracted when there's constant pain. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything to say about it, just had to type it. It doesn't sound like you're too identified with it. It just sounds like it's really, really uncomfortable. Yeah, you will feel contracted. Yeah, you probably might be some self-pity going on, which is only normal for the me. It's normal for the me, if that's there. Lovely. Hi, lovely. Never understand the bowing down to Moody. It is so right what you said about that. Yeah. Wow, there's lots of things to say. There's lots of people saying stuff. Yeah, for some people it feels right, for some people it doesn't. That's just how it is here. Miss Lane, can you explain how there is no hierarchy? Doesn't the body function based on hierarchy? Is hierarchy just a story? Yes! Yes, there you go. You've answered your question. Hierarchy is a story. Yes. The body functions. Doesn't function on hierarchy. It functions on, like I was saying at the beginning about being threatened. That's not hierarchy. That's survival. That's survival. He's not a hierarchy. Yeah, it's absolutely just a story. This whole is the only thing. It's neither hierarchy or not hierarchy. It's absolutely everything that you are looking for. It's this. It's here. Beautiful, alive, unconditional love, unconditional freedom for nobody, for no reason. Here it is. No bowing and scraping and meditating and wishing and wanting and hoping and trying is going to make any difference to what is, because it is. The me is never going to find it. The me is a veil to it. Phyllis, I've done my share of bowing too. Yeah, I think a lot of us have. I already tried. You already tried. Yeah. Miss Line, have you ever tried weed edibles? Yeah, weed edibles can really help pain. Oh, bless you. There's nothing I can do to help with that. Unless you've got a specific question related to the contracted self, I might be able to help with that. It has to be a bit more specific though. But I don't know anything about tinnitus. I've got slight ringing in my ears because of my misspent youth going to too many raves. But Annie, what you're talking about is very painful. I know people have had it. And loads of deception control in the world. I've been in all sorts of cults, including the church, but a lot of time angry, but people find their own way. Eventually, it's all... Yeah, but it's okay to point out to you guys, I think it's fair to point out that these things, any practices and any gurus and any group or anything is not going to find your way to here. It's not going to do it. I'm not going to pussyfoot around that. That's the case. It's the case. It's not going to get you to here. It's going to get you to some other concept. Going to go on in concepts forever, looking for this concept. If people are in it, people are in it. But they're not people here. So it doesn't matter. You're blowing off steam. No, I'm just saying it how it is. Saying it how it is. Yeah, it is perfect, Anne. But, you know, it's also, this is also wholeness saying it's a seeking trap. Yes, we can be all non-dual about it and say it's all perfect, it's all one. And yes, it is. But this is also one saying it's seeking trap. Miss Lang giving someone advice. Yeah, it's nice to give advice. Stephen, now there's just an emptiness that is always here along with all that's happening. Yeah. I hear it, I can feel what you're saying. Yeah, it's just an emptiness. It's just, impossible to describe, isn't it? It's impossible to describe. That's why we can never describe it. We can use words, but the words are meaningless. The words are meaningless in the end. Tangerine, Wi-Fi mobile phone might make tinnitus worse. Try turning phone off at night using speakerphone. Yeah, nice. I'm not reading that out. Hey man, come on. Easy now, easy now. If that was like, if I was here just with you personally, I'd have a laugh about that, but I'm not going to do that on here, you know, because I don't want to be, I don't want to be disrespectful. Better read these comments before I read them out. Would you want to look at the eyes and told me, open them, I am Asian. It was so offensive, I felt very dualistic. Okay, Moody once looked into my eyes and told me, open them. I am Asian, so it was offensive. It felt very dualistic. Told me, open them. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it felt wrong, right? Felt wrong. Yeah, it's always good to go with your gut. Gut said. Yeah. Hi, Thomas. I love the steam. Me too. Steam, it's very simple. It is. It's so simple, it's ridiculous. It's so simple, it's ridiculous. It's always here. Everything you've ever looked for was right under your nose. Right under your nose the whole time. It's like, what do you think about the Mandela effect? I don't know. I've read a little bit into it. I'm open to whatever appearing. Mandela effect, morphic resonance, UFOs, whatever. I don't really have that much attachment to those things. It's kind of interesting. Stephen, it's interesting. There's no more questions. Yeah, it's gone, doesn't it? It just goes. Just goes. There's no more questions. There's no more question because there's no more me. There's no more questions for me. How do I get there? How do I do it? How do I fulfill it? Tell me what to do. You say there's nothing to do, it's just life happening and everything. But yeah, but tell me what to do. Please. That's gone. Wow, Lisa, what a crazy show you have. Yeah, when you're on live, you see some of the comments. I'm not reading all of them out, by the way, everybody. I have to have a certain amount of decorum. Yes, that's gone, it seems. Yeah. Yeah. Lovely. Beautiful. Beautiful. Suck it. I'm trying to awaken like Mission Impossible, but the hero falls in the end. It's trying to awake like Mission Impossible, the hero falls in the end. The hero ends up not existing at all. The hero ends up being farce that never really was a hero or never really lived. The hero was in its own Mission Impossible, and then it was just never really there. It just goes. And I love you, Lisa, but I don't always agree with you. I've been in church and spent time with Moody. I don't do either. No, but I'm glad I did somehow. Yeah, but I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying there, really. I'm not, you know, I've done it. I've been there. I've been in all sorts of weird stuff. I'm not talking about that in itself. I'm talking about seeking. I'm talking about seeking. Because no one ever arrives here. It seems like we've all arrived from doing this and this. Well, this was my path and this was my process. And I got here from that to this to this. But none of that's true. You've never, ever arrived because there isn't anybody to arrive. I point out the falsehood of seeking. And someone mentioned Muji, so we got onto it. Lots of people went onto it. And we had a little bit of a dig, but not him personally. I don't know him personally. I don't care. I don't care about churches and gurus and all that stuff. I have no preference here or there. I go traveling around the world. I still visit Buddhist temples and monasteries and stuff because I enjoy it. I don't have a position about it. But to say that going to these places is going to bring you to freedom is false. Because no one ever, ever arrives. There isn't anybody to arrive. Miss Lang, what are your one-to-one sessions like? They are more intense because what happens is that the person starts revealing their story, their beliefs, the story of me is revealed. And I encourage that to reveal it all. And through the revealing, I'm able to knock down those pillars, hopefully. Some of them are more stubborn than others. But that's what it's like. To reveal, no, just to knock down the pillars, the stories. Hi Joe, everyone's serious. Hi Lisa. Yeah, I'm not being serious. Come on. You know me, Anne. Come on. Stephen, indescribably, it's like floating. Yeah. It's like floating. You know, people will say to me, how was your day? It's like, well, it was a room. Well, today it was just like, today it was a vibrating body. But there's no one in that. It's just free. It's just free to be how it is. It's already free. There's no one to allow it to be free. Well, it's allowing things to be free. How can you allow this to be free? I'm allowing this to be free. What? That's nonsense. That's not a nonsense story. It's already free. It's already here. It's done. It's done. It's veiled by the hood of the person. It's veiled. Hoodwinked. The person is hoodwinked by personhood. It's a good word, hoodwinked, isn't it? It's got blinkers on, me blinkers. Can only see through person. It can only see through its the me can only see through the veil of the person. Oui. Samira, nice energy live. Yeah. Space frog. I love your name. Tell me about the weird stuff you alluded to. Weird stuff. Oh, like in the seeking story. God, I was into like this violet flame thing for like a week. I dabbled with sort of like Enochian magic. What else? Wicca, paganism, Buddhism. Buddhism's not weird. Well, it's kind of weird, but in the scale of things, it isn't. What else? All the New Age stuff, you know. I think the violet flame thing was the weirdest thing I've done. I don't think. Oh, yeah, I was a member of the Theosophical Society for a while in my 20s. Man. Hey, I enjoy disagreeing sometimes. These are just fun. Good. I'm glad it's just for fun. Good, good. We don't want to get too serious. How can you get serious? Can't get serious about this. Can't get serious about this. Seriousness can happen though, especially when someone's like, oh, really suffering, like the tinnitus. I mean, that's like, man, that's not fun. Ooh. Father Gay, smile. Hi Lisa, does the past and future exist? No. Can you find it? Can you present it? Can you touch it? Can you see it? Is it there? Is it there? Does it exist? You can look at that yourself. You don't need my answer. I can ask you the questions. Have you ever found it? Have you ever found the future? Have you ever found the past? Everything is this. The past happens in this. The future happens in this. It's always this. It's life appearing as the imagined past and the imagined future. It's always this. CDD, hoodwinked, yeah. Tangerine, I always do with my hammock, it helps with the floating. Nice. Joe, tunnel vision. Yeah, the me is tunnel vision, isn't it? Excuse me. And giving it real, you say what you want, and I say what I want. This is great freedom, not people pleasing too much. Love and freedom. Yeah. Whoop. Hey, Jim. Arriving a bit late tonight. So sounds like an interesting chat. Funny, every time I think I have a question or comment, it just goes, delighted to be here though. Oh, thanks. What time is it? Ah, nearly time. Stephen, his body looks to appearing from what is. There is no longer the feeling of being confined behind the skin. Strange thing is, I don't know when that happened. Yeah, I've heard that before. That for some people, it just kind of just happens and you don't notice it. It's just one day you go, oh yeah. Yeah. And some people it's a big thing. Or some people like me, it's weird. Just weird. Some people it's a bliss thing. Some people's like, oh yeah. Because, everybody's different. So all the humans are all such different flowers, aren't we, in the garden? But it's fun to ask questions even though you don't, it doesn't matter. Sometimes about getting an answer makes me satisfied for a little while. Yeah, that's the thing with seeking, isn't it? Temporary satisfaction. Space frog. Is weed still enjoyable? I don't smoke weed. Used to in my 20s. So I don't know if it's still enjoyable. Mistline. Like a druggie that once more hits, the seeker once more answers. Always! What do I do? Please, give me something to do. Tell me the answer, please. It's okay. Is awakening a matter of chance, like a grace. It either happens or it doesn't. It's not either chance nor grace, because that would mean, I don't know even know what that means actually, grace. No, I'm not into this grace thing. Saket is life in its entirety being Saket. That's all there is. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. If suddenly there's no me appearing in the human called Saket, that's everything appearing as that. And that's all there is. It's suddenly a change of appearances, but it's still this. It's always this. That's how it seems to be. The appearance just seems to change. And it's not a matter of anything. It's no different from day turning to night or night turning to day. There's no reason for it. It just does it on its own. All this life is doing everything on its own. No one's doing anything. No one's doing it. It's a mysterious wonder. This is a mysterious wonder. Something gay. Thanks. Is it still hot there? Yeah, it's boiling. It's like 42 degrees in the afternoon. Yeah. Oh, it was a joke. And this, just this. Yeah. Totally. CDD, Led Zeppelin, 1977, Chicago, Stars of My Tinnitus. Yeah, that would have done it. Yeah, actually mine was before the rave days. The punk days. The punk days was started the. It's never gone away. But it's not painful. It's when it's painful, it's just. But I think there's been some advice there that you could take away. I'm afraid I have no advice except for it's to do with the contracted self. We can discuss that. I've got no advice for it, but we can discuss it. SS at the end, questions fall away. Yeah, because there's no one to ask them anymore. There's no one to ask them. Stephen, I enjoy the expression of what is that happens here. Yeah. I enjoy the expression of you writing. Joe, even relaxing is jumping to conclusions. Is it, Joe? Is it? Oh, that was a question. Sorry. Even relaxing is jumping. No, relaxing is relaxing. Relaxing is relaxing. Yeah. It's good to relax, if you can. Josie, for me, it is often a struggle to find out what is the right thing to do. You'll never find it, Josie. You'll never find it. Doing happens on its own. The right thing to do will be the thing that is being done, because is all that will be there. That's all that will be. Everything is perfect, Josie. Perfect. The me wants to figure out the right thing for me to do so I can be okay. I've done it right, therefore I can be okay. The me will never be okay, because life doesn't happen like that. Life happens the way it happens. It's never going to be okay for me, because the me is not in control of life. The human is subjected to life and circumstance. That's the way it is. It's subjected to illnesses, to discomfort, to argument, to all these things. And whatever's happening is perfect because it cannot be any other way. It might not be perfect for me in my story of perfection. The appearance will never be perfect because it's out of the control of the me, because the me has no control, because it's a constructed reality that has no will and control of its own. It only has the story of control. Thomas, can I put it in terms of, is the beingness, isness, existence of whatever is, and at the same time existence has no opposite, there is no case, something like that, then the feeling of this, the nonsense of this. I don't understand your words exactly, but I have the feeling of like, yeah. Yeah, no, the feeling of it was yes. There is no case, yeah. And the known sense of this. Yeah, there is no sense. There's no sense to be made of this for me. Me cannot make sense of this. There is no room in what is for me, because me exists in a dualistic constructed reality. It cannot be here. It is here, appearing is not here. Second, could awakening be induced by zapping certain parts of the brain with electricity? You mean like destroying the me? Well, no, second, if you like invent that machine, can I like go into business with you? We can make a lot of money together. CD, human animals chatting. Yeah. I love watching, I love being on buses because you see a lot of things when you're on buses, and coming back from Malaga, I like to go to Malaga, and on the way back here, I see a lot of humans. And I look out at the humans, and they're just these, like, beautiful little characters of their own, with all their things, with all their characteristics. Life made, just going around their day, carrying bags and running and pushing pushchairs and chatting, and they're like animals, beautiful animals. When there's a separate person, it's always in a dualistic relationship with all these humans. There's no dualistic relationship. They can be seen fresh. Unless, of course, they're threatening you over your wall. It's not so fresh then. You just want to run. And say, "F you," running away. Snake frog. I was a mad raver. I loved the E. I did a couple of years of it. 91, 92, I think was it. Yeah, it was before I decided to have a baby. Human animals, long. Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of questions here. I'm gonna if you stop asking me questions now, I'm gonna finish these off because I need to go. Did you get anything out of Wicca or other witchy stuff? No. I was a rampant seeker. Even in Wicca, I was a rampant seeker. Even in Wicca, I was saying, "Please, God, show me the truth. Show me the truth." I was like Lisa's mantra. Go to a mind, body, spirit festival, look at crystals and go, "Please, God, show me the truth." No matter where I went or what I did, go up to the Himalayas. I was in my early 20s. Went to the Himalayas. Went and lived in a monastery for a little while. I was like, "Please, God, show me the truth." What a What a beautiful life, really beautiful. It's like, what do you think of gender? I don't think of gender. I don't care about gender. Stephen, the me is looking for infinity, and it will never get there because me is finite. Yeah, it's a finite appearance, like anything, like anything. Joe, out of control, you're on a rose. Thomas, just an expression. Yeah, yeah, humour is just an expression. It's an expression. It's a piece of art, like a tree or a cloud or a computer or a painting or a piece of music. It's an expression. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful expression when there's no relationship with it. It can also be annoying and irritating expression, but it's still a beautiful expression. Yeah. And need to be liked and approved of, disappearing, freedom. There's a greater push, no control on that. Need to be liked and approved of. Disappearing, freedom has a greater push, no control on that. No, there's no control on that. The human gets fed up of the me. The human gets fed up of it. Not surprisingly. Thanks, SS. Thanks, Samara. It's like a party in here. It's quite lively tonight, isn't it? Come on, a good night. Joe, it's a great life on the buses. I love being on buses. I'm thinking of going to Vietnam. Maybe for 6 weeks this time. Which would be quite long, but I spend a lot of time on buses. Thank you, CDD. Tangerine. Lisa at base camp. Samara, God has a sense of humour. Yeah, you gotta have a sense of humour, right? You gotta have a laugh. It's times to be serious, and it's really times not to be serious. Amazing, thank you. Oh, thank you. Hope you're okay after yesterday. I'm fine, Donnie. I'm fine. You know, that's why I wanted to talk about it, because it's fine. You know, it's fine. It's just part of life, and it's okay. It's okay. Thank you, Josie. So sweet to listen to you, so free. Oh, thank you, Josie. Miss Lang, any TV show recommendations? Yeah, loads. Well, I'll give 2. Okay, Handmaid's Tale. Super good, super good. And the latest thing I've watched, which was recommended to me by my friend Steve, it's called The Vietnam War. It's a 10 episodes documentary, and it's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yeah. There's nothing peaceful on that short list, but hey. And well, thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's been a really nice talk. It's been really lively in the chat tonight. Really brilliant. Look at that. Awesome. Okay, see some of you on Wednesday. And otherwise, see you next week. Bye.